What's up? It's your boy Rob the Aftershock, and this is my UFO experience video, or UFO experiences video. And if you were tagged in this on social media, that means you reacted to it. I've had 7 different UFO experiences, spanning from 2008 to December of 2019. And I ain't seen any this year yet, but I'm got my eyes to the sky. I'm a big UFO head, so it's cool when you actually see one, much less 7, So my first one I'm going to tell you about, I was coming into Monroe, North Carolina, coming right into city limits, and I seen 30 orbs flying in the formation, like flying south, north to south-ish. They all was in sync with each other, no one strayed away from each other. It's wild looking. I mean, it was too far away to even see if it was one solid object or 30 different actual lights or objects. But it's cool nevertheless. I was blown away. But that's not even the coolest one. The second one was in 2011. It was 11:30, 12 midnight, also on 601 South. But I was turning on the Lansford Road, like you're heading in, turn left off of. If you're going south on 601, you turn left on Lansford Road, takes you in the Wingate Marshall area. But I was turning left, and I was in the turn lane, and I happened to see a cigar-shaped deal. And I was like, wow. And my phone was already dead, so I couldn't really record it. It wasn't dead because of that. It was dead way before I even seen that. But it looked to be probably a half a mile long, to be honest. It was a dark silver, but shiny, metallic-like thing. It was a little cloud in the sky, and the full moon. And the full moon's light was reflecting off of it. And the wind was heading one direction because the cloud was like a little weather cloud that cleared up, moving off. And then the cigar shape was going like this in the opposite direction, very slow, maybe no more than 20 miles an hour. It was wild. I sat there for a little bit, probably about 5 minutes, and watched it in the turn lane before a car behind me, got behind me and wanted to turn, so I had to turn. It was pretty cool. And the third one was in 2013, and I was at a friend's house. They had a wrestling ring set up, and we've been doing bumps and running ropes and stuff like that. And it was near the Monroe Airport, Old Charlotte Highway. And we was all in there, and for some reason I'm the only one who's seen it. But I seen a light come from out in the sky, it just appeared, but you can see it's coming from a distance. Stop, take a right angle to a turn, come to a point, do another right angle, come down a little bit, not so far that I could make out what it was, but it just light, an orb of light, And it came down, made another stop, and it shot back out into space. That was wild, and I asked somebody, the 3 people laying in the ring with me, and a little 16 by 16 ring, and I was like, "Did y'all see that?" And it was like, "What are you talking about?" And I'm like, "The light had just come down." They thought I was crazy, but it is what it is. In 2014, I was at a birthday party in Waxhaw, and Waxhaw's a hotbed. There's a hotbed for it, and I seen one light come across the sky, and it didn't do nothing. I thought, I'm gonna go ahead and say it was a satellite. It was the same size as a normal satellite, same speed, didn't change direction, change shape, speed, whatever. But the second light to come across, it was a lot brighter. Couldn't make out what it was, probably 10, 11 at night. And somebody shot a firework up in the sky. Because it was like July 2nd, so people had fireworks. Shot it up, and then this light stopped as soon as that explosion went off. It stopped for a good 20, 25 seconds, and then shot off in the same direction it was going, but like shot off, like flew off. The next one was on Belmont Church Road in Monroe, right outside Monroe city limits. If you're coming down 207 south, then you come to that split, you go off to the left. Well, the right is Stack Road. I forget what the second road is, but another little under a quarter mile, there's a Belmont Church Road off to the left. But we was coming down it towards the road. And off to the right, where the road intersects into a T, I see what looks like to be like 100-foot diameter saucer lift up off the ground. I mean, I could throw a football at it and hit the son of a bitch. It had purple, greens, yellows, blues going all in a circle around it as it lifted off. And I was like, and my sister was with me with that one. And I'm sitting, I thought it was like a drone or some type. And then I'm like, that's not a drone, that's a fucking UFO. And me being the curious one that I am, I chased it. And it went back towards the split, where 207 and Wolf Pond Road and Stack Road split. And it, like, there's a little old store there. I pulled in its parking lot. The thing went, like, probably I'd say a mile away. And then in an instant was right back over us. And, like, I don't know if it was trying to scare me, but I was more interested in what it was. And so it sat there for a few seconds and shot off back towards Belmont Church Road. And I followed it. I chased it. And it was going faster than what I was going, but I seen it, like, still. But it disappeared behind a cloud, which is weird. That's wild. But that's the one I like the most. And I think the most weirder because, like, I could throw a football at it. And I can't throw a football far. So, the fact that you can just throw a rock at it or throw a football at it was pretty astounding. And the fact that I chased it and it ran away from me was pretty cool too. I'd like to see that again, I ain't gonna lie. The next one was I want to say it was last year, but it could have been the year before, but I want to say it's 2019. It was 2019 because it was right before I admitted myself into the hospital for being crazy, but that's got nothing to do with my UFO experiences. But I was sitting on the front porch living at night. Neighbors was outside. They didn't even know I was there. I scared the shit out of them when I started walking out into the yard. But I seen a light coming from south to north. And I thought it was a satellite at first. It's very similar to the one I seen in Waxhaw at the birthday party. But it was a light. It was coming across, and as I walked out into the yard, it slowed down. It didn't stop, but it cut its speed in half. And I waved at the neighbor and said, "Hey," and that's when I scared the shit out of them. I was like, "Hey, check that out." And they was like, "What?" And they didn't see nothing. I seen a light go across the sky. It slowed down. And I think they didn't see it because there was a big tree in the way. If you ever went in my front yard, there was a big ass tree between me and their area. But it slowed down. And I thought that was pretty crazy. And the last one I seen was December of last year. I think November or December. I can't remember what month, but it was 5 in the morning. I just got home from going to get my sister from her boyfriend's house, and I pulled in the backyard because that's where I was parking. And I looked up, and I always look up because I want to see a UFO. I look for them, Ever since past 6 experiences, I look for shit like that. So this is the 7th and final one. I happened to see a light come down and stop, do a little dip of a circle like this. And then I seen 2 more lights come down. They started circling in a circle. And I seen like 2 more come down, and they all like 5 or 6 circled. One like shot back up, come back down. One shot back up, one come back down. Did another little circle, and then like all of them in a line shot back up into space. So I thought that was pretty cool. That's all my UFO experiences to my knowledge. I will put a new video up in reference to this if I have any more UFO experiences. I hope you guys enjoy the video. Give it a thumbs up. You leave some comments below. And I hope you guys have a good day.